Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to this Kickstarter campaign that's so important to Georgie. And if something's important to Georgie, it's important to us because Georgie, as I'm sure we can all attest, is a superstar, someone who gives selflessly of herself. And on behalf of everyone, Georgie, we're here to support you.
Yes.
I have the honor and the privilege of being a Georgie Badiel Foundation ambassador, along with many of our other friends in the audience. And you know, it's when Georgie rings the bell and lets us know that there's a new endeavor that she's undertaking, I think it's a testament to how we collectively feel and how proud we are to be in your corner and support you and be by your side. So if you're doing something, you can count all of us to be behind you. So thank you again.
Yes.
Yeah. That's actually a really important question. I think we're all wondering why. So maybe you could start by answering that question.
Yeah. My first book, The Water Princess, was published by Penguin, and The Water Princess had a great success. We sold over 50,000 copies. The book was published in 6 different languages, which was like major and amazing. But to be honest with you, the experience with them was quite challenging. It was very difficult to work with them. You know, I personally did not felt welcome. I don't know. It didn't work out. You know, the deal with the old Water Princess thing, they just did not work out. And I thought that, and I took actually the story to them, Water is Here. They told me that if I actually let Susan Verde, the co-author of The Water Princess, write the story, no problem, they'll publish the book. But if I want to write it, they're not interested to publish the story. So I said, maybe I can be the publisher. You know, I will publish my stories and I will write my stories.
Amazing. Yeah. That sounds very Georgie Badiel liberty. Yeah, I mean, look, where there was no water, Georgie helped bring water. And where there was no acceptance of her creativity, I think that's something that's all very inspiring and gives us that sort of can-do spirit that we admire so much in you. It seems reasonably evident that little GieGie is someone that you can very much identify with. Is that what sprouted this sort of vision in your head?
Actually, Princess GieGie is me.
Surprise!
So, it's my character actually that I used to actually on The Water Princess is my story. And on Water is Here, I actually inspire myself because, I mean, you know the Georgie Badiel Foundation. So there is some villages in Burkina Faso, but one particular, that actually they raise some money. They sell their good to raise money and bring the money to us. They're like, okay, this is how much we raised. Can you please help us do that with us? And I was like, okay. I was inspired by it, because we don't see that often, And I wanted to tell that story to also inspire our brothers and sisters in Africa, so that they know that they can do it. They can do it.
They come together.
If they come together, they can do it.
I have a question. So Princess GieGie, when is she going to come to New York? She going to travel around the world, or just?
Yeah.
This is the beginning of the story, right?
Yeah, I mean, the way that I see the character in the future, because I was fascinated as a teenager. But whenever we have the opportunity, I remember whenever we had a chance to see something on TV, was every day, I think, after school at 6 p.m. 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Right? At exactly 6 p.m. after school, we'll all go to the neighborhoods, and then we'll be 100 kids in one room, like watching a cartoon, and it wasn't a cartoon, it was like Zorro.
Reruns of Facts of Life.
Yeah, like Blanche-Neige, like just completely like a cartoon that wasn't our story, you know, but we just love it, and I was fascinated, and I was dreaming one day to see a character that looked like me. And so it was actually worked out good. When they told me no, I was like, you know what, I'm going to have fun here. I will enjoy, I will write a lot of amazing stories with freedom. Yeah, so that's how I see. Hopefully, at 10 years from now, Princess GieGie will be a Disney princess. But they will pay a lot of money for it. It's like 5 series of books. So water is your way to actually kind of like answer back to the Water Princess, because when you read the Water Princess, the GieGie dreamed to have water. You know, she hoped to have water. And when I go to school, amazing kids, like my princess here, last week I was on the school and we read the Water Princess. What did you think about the Water Princess?
Really
Oh, she's so cute.
She really
You
likes
really
it.
like it? Because he said?
No, she knows.
No, but when she would get the book, Mother would read it every night. I think she would just,
Loves it.
yeah, she would love it. But the next book, for example, on the 5 series of book, is all about climate change. It's all about the nature. You know, for me, I think it's very important. I'm from Africa. You know, I grew up part of the time in the village, and one thing that hurt me the most is that when I used to see people coming in and cut the big trees, the biggest trees we have. And for me, it's like, when I was a kid, I was always like, you know, why are they cutting this tree? Why? Like, I was asking a lot of questions to myself. And today, with the foundation, we're planting trees, which is amazing. And I think that whatever is happening with cutting trees, you know, affects our planet, and it would be great to share that with kids so that they know how important is it to, you know, take care of our nature. Yes, yeah. I think the best way to actually support this is to get a book for you, for your sister, for your brother, for like everybody basically, you know, like for everybody. Like, imagine if you can buy 10 books.
Yeah.
Hey, that would be so good. I mean,
Not only, no limit.
But also tell everybody you know.
Tell people.
I mean, if you've worked with Kickstarter before.
For the school.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you basically alert people that there's a
Uh-huh.
Kickstarter campaign for this,
Okay.
then it's sort of, you know,
It's really
Builds
about
and
builds
getting
and
as
builds.
many
Got it.
shares as possible and as many people sharing it,
Yep.
especially on social media platforms.
And at schools, I would imagine, because they love
Yeah.
the book. Parents.
So with parent groups and
Parents.
other things, yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are very lucky to have an amazing woman with us, Tati. Oh my God, she's coming, please.
Our school, Georgie comes to schools. Tell her what she did with your
So
school.
just to answer your question, what we did as a school, I just happened to read the book. My mentor gave it to me and I loved it. So we did a whole school initiative. So we asked Scholastic and the PTA, and they bought one book for every student in the school. And it became the One School, One Book initiative. And then we brought it to the students and we said, what do you want to do? And the students came up with ideas. So we had students that had bake sales, students that got a water drop for every $1 they donated, and we wanted enough. We said, okay, we'll be happy if we raise $500. We want to be able to repair perhaps one well. We looked at the Georgie Badiel Foundation, gave more information. The 5th graders taught the whole school about what it means, what water scarcity means, where is Burkina Faso, what does it mean. And in gym class, they started taking walks to see how long a child would carry, how much water weight it would be. And
Makerspace, you do
yes.
music.
Then we turned it to our related arts night, so we have a parent night each year, and they did it all around the water theme. So the foreign language teacher did songs and dances on Africa. The gym teacher, they did the water walks. The computer teacher did Minecraft, where they were making and destroying wells or something to that effect, but it just had to do with that. And the parents came in and they bought water bottles that we were selling, and the students decorated it, and for every water bottle bought, they would donate $2 to our initiative in this, and they also had an option if they just wanted to put their own money. Well, it turned out that we raised $2,272 just from students and what they gave, but we put it in everything we taught, so it was like they had to do their research on it, they had to write about it. I had kindergarteners writing and persuading others why they should bring water. Then Georgie was so great, she Skyped with us, and the kids fell in love with her. They were like, Princess Georgie, Princess Georgie. They just couldn't get enough of her, and they see her sincerity. So I was so happy to represent it with high school. It was probably the best event we've ever hosted because it's true service learning. We actually brought it to Washington, D.C. at the National Forum on Character because we talked about how service and learning go hand in hand. And our kids know what it means to not have water now. Like, if you walk around, and we also did it with our New Jersey Health Initiative, if you walk around, kids will be like, is that a reusable water bottle? Did you? Did more than
Wow,
that. So
this is it. This is it.
sorry to hate to pictures in the back here just come in and I'm like, all right.
Cheers, cheers
That's
to
amazing.
our.
Slowly, you know, it's step by step. You know, on the 5 series of book, it will be a lot about my childhood. You know, what I wanted to change as a kid, what was bothering me, what I was like, I did not understand, and like the change I wanted to make actually in my community. So the 5 series of book will be that. I'm planning to do one book about bully because I know it happened a lot in school. And when I was a kid, I was bullied. I was very skinny and tall, so I. Sometimes my friends were calling me. They were calling me mosquito. You know, which means mosquito. Actually, they were like, "You're so skinny, you're like a mosquito. We can just like kill you like this." You know, and I did not like it. You know,
Big head.
but there's a lot of little things like that that I wanted to share that to me was very important to make